What's your intervention, Majority Leader?
To Senator Cherargei, but normally when you guide us on this session, in Mali guide on time per member so that as many members as possible can speak. I realize you didn't do that today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't know why Majority Leader was worried before I speak, but nonetheless, Mr. Speaker, I agree with him that we must be fair to everybody in terms of time. Mine is just that has received an attention is on the issue of ambulances. Mr. Speaker, this is one of the most ignored but very important chain that will assist most of our people to get emergency medical services. I was disappointed and sad when we visited Busia County Referral Hospital. Mr. Speaker, sir, are you aware, under the governor of Busia, there is no even single functional ambulance at the County Referral Hospital of Busia? It is so shameful. And I'm happy Senator Sifuna was there. I don't know, a number of us were there. Only an ambulance, Mr. Speaker. The reason even some of these people are saying SHA is not working, Mr. Speaker, is because the county health system has collapsed. Even in my county, Mr. Speaker, you have to pay 1,000 shillings to get a service on an ambulance because there is no fuel. Some of the ambulances look like matatus. You are being carried by an ambulance, there is no emergency kit. Even the gloves within the ambulance that ply and operate within Nandi County and even across a number of counties, Mr. Speaker. This issue of ambulances, I agree that it's unconstitutional, it is illegal under 4th schedule for KMPDC and the Ministry of Health to direct on the issue of ambulances, but also county governments must up their game. The lack of drugs, the lack of ambulance, the lack of service provision. Today we were discussing, Mr. Speaker, and you are aware the Cabinet Secretary is on record, saying that after 7,000 UHC staff had been given SRC rates, the biggest impediment and obstacle to confirmation on permanent pensionable is Council of Governors. That's one of the substrata, Mr. Speaker, that will always undermine access to affordable and quality ambulances, Mr. Speaker. We must agree, I think the Committee of Health, led by Masingishu Senator, Mr. Speaker, must tell us what kind of ambulances should counties buy. Mr. Speaker, my county, when they went to procure, under a friend, of course, I want not to mention, Mr. Speaker, they procured like a J6 lorry that it does not operate, Mr. Speaker. A tractor in speed is much better than what was procured. The center pole will go to other, Mr. Speaker, the driving. Mr. Speaker, we must agree also as a house. When Kilifi, where you are the governor, and your senator is here, was purchasing their ambulances now or then, the standard of ambulance must be the one that is operated by Red Cross, Mr. Speaker. So on this issue, I want to thank Senator Amida, Mr. Speaker, that she has been very passionate of issues of health. And I hope going into the future, under broad-based engagement beyond 27, it should be the CS of health so that he can fix some of these issues. I yield, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Osotsi.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to comment on this very important statement by Senator for Marsabit, Senator Mohamed Chute, on the involvement of the military in implementation of various public infrastructure projects. Mr. Speaker, this raises a lot of concern because it is now become a norm, particularly in the implementation of various studies across the country. The military is fully involved. Now, you ask a number of questions. Number one, how the Public Finance Management Act is employed in that case, how the public procurement and disposal. Mr. Speaker, this could be another form of corruption that we are trying to invent, because we know that it is not allowed to scrutinize the financial activities of the military. So if we get the military involved in public development project, then the issue of oversight will be brought into question. So I think this matter is a very important matter that we need to look at. And also, Mr. Speaker, bearing in mind that we need as a country to try as much as possible to keep the military in their spaces, in the barracks. The temptation to get the military outside there is it's not a good thing, Mr. Speaker. We have just seen what has happened in Madagascar, where the military was allowed to go and deal with unrest, and they ended up overthrowing the government, Mr. Speaker. So we need to limit that interaction in the public spaces and allow the military to be the military what it is. I know people want to say the military is very disciplined, but we can also ensure discipline in other sectors of our economy so that we deliver value for money for our people instead of getting military directly involved in some of these things, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I expect that this committee will interrogate these issues deeply so that to ensure that in as much as we are saying military are good in delivering projects, we must also look at the other issues that may arise from that involvement, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Senator Karen Nyamu.
Mr. Speaker, I want to make comments on the statement on the involvement on KDF doing infrastructure projects in the country. Mr. Speaker, the work of KDF is to keep, protect this country and to keep the country safe. We need to understand under what circumstances, under what framework is KDF undertaking construction work in the country. Is it a directive? Is it a special arrangement? Is it open tender? At the same time, we have to understand that this, in effect, what this does, we cut jobs when these jobs go to the military. And the effect is that the money that is supposed to be in circulation in the economy goes to the military, which has an effect to the economy. This House needs to demand that we get a comparison of the value for money. Is it cheaper when KDF undertakes this contract? Is it more expensive? We have qualified contractors in this country and who have a track record of doing good jobs and good quality work. We need to support those because, as I said, that has a direct impact of the economy. We respect the KDF. We do not say they have not done a good job, but let's keep them within their mandate, which does not involve carrying out public works as they are doing at the moment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Beatrice Akinyi.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I would like to comment on the statement by the Senator of Marsabit of various infrastructural development projects. Honorable Speaker, even contrary to the arguments that we are getting here, KDF have been trained and they are maintained and they are paid from the public coffers. So where they are able to give back to the communities, where they are able to give back to the public, I do not mind if they can do some work within certain frameworks that are developed. Honorable Speaker, we have had disasters like floods and even drought. And at those times, KDF have been called upon to help in restoring infrastructure. The only important thing is that we must have a framework in which they operate on some of those projects. Otherwise, their core mandate remains security, but they are Kenyans that have been trained by, through public coffers.
To involve the Kenya Defence Forces in the implementation of various public infrastructure development projects, particularly the constructions and renovation of several stadiums across the country. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the procurement method adopted for each public infrastructure development projects initiated by the national government from 2020 to date, where the Kenya Defence Force was eventually selected for the project implementation, including a justification in each instance where open tendering was not used. And finally, 2, the rationale for involvement of KDF in the implementation of public infrastructure development projects despite availability of qualified civilian contractors in the country. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Faki.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, nimesimama kuambatana na kifungu cha 53(1).
We are confident in his patience, tolerance, and leadership. Honorable Speaker, I support.
Senator Mungatana. Whom do you want to inform, and there's nobody on their feet? No, the House... you will get an opportunity to contribute. Senator Mungatana.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to comment on the statement of the involvement of KDF on civil construction works. Mr. Speaker, what that statement from the Honorable Senator of Marsabit is seeking is just clarification, because we all know that the mandate that is executed by the KDF is just to oversee construction. And Mr. Speaker, they have done this in stadiums, in various counties like Siaya, like in Nakuru. They have also done supervisory work on some of the level 4 hospitals to reconstruct and finish, because some of those projects were stalled projects and they were costing the government a lot of money and inversely the people of Kenya. So we understand. But what the senator from Marsabit is asking is whether this mandate has been extended to taking over full construction tenders. We wanted that to be clarified. But if it is to come and finish projects that have been stalled, Mr. Speaker, projects that have just gone because of indiscipline of contractors or whatever, and the KDF is coming in to help us and finish these projects, I think we should support them, because KDF has distinguished itself in this country as one of those institutions that we can rely on in terms of helping us through difficult times. So we shouldn't look at this inquiry as a negative thing. We want the committee to have a clear investigation on this matter. We find out if KDF has overstepped its mandate, but if it is just doing the correct thing, then let us support them. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Olekina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. You know, we have a problem whereby we do not come here and we assume that just because those pieces of legislation have not come here, what KDF is doing is illegal. I just want to inform the House that there are two pieces of legislation. One, there was a piece of legislation which was passed in 2021, which set up the Ulinzi Construction Company, which is under KDF. And we have used it here in Parliament. That is number one. Number two, Mr. Speaker, there is a bill, which was the Critical Infrastructure Bill of 2024, that was being considered by the National Assembly, that was brought by the Ministry of Interior for KDF to be able to undertake this critical infrastructure. So I think it is important. Sometimes we might be moved by interest of us, our companies outside doing business, but it is important to know that what KDF does is legal. KDF will not want to get into projects that they are not legally allowed to be able to perform. If you go to Kajiado today, the Kenya Meat Commission performed well when KDF got involved. They did not just get involved just like that. So let us not be oblivious of the existing legal framework. I've seen this. I think when we contribute, before we comment, we do some due diligence. There is a law that establishes a company under KDF. There is a law that there was a lot of extensive public participation on critical infrastructure. In fact, I want to challenge all of us here. Do your simple Google, look for critical infrastructure bill of 2024, so that when we come here, because we are representing Kenyans, for them to know. KDF, we have to respect it a lot for everything they do. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mazaya.
They are allowed.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, niko na taarifa mbili ambazo nataka kuziunga mkono. Ya kwanza nitaanza na taarifa ya kuhusu kwa kucheleweshwa malipo ya mfanyikazi ambaye ni Mkenya alikuwa akifanya kazi huko Saudi Arabia, iliyoletwa hapa na ndugu yangu seneta wa Mombasa County, Mwenye Haji. Bwana Spika, kitu cha kwanza ni jambo la kusikitisha kuona kwamba mtu anaweza kumaliza miaka yake zaidi ya 30 kufanyia kazi kwa bidii kampuni, hususan akiwa nje mbali na nyumbani, na hatimaye mwisho akimaliza kazi asiweze kupewa malipo yake. Bwana Spika, tunaona kwamba japokuwa kwamba alikuwa anafanya kazi nje ya nchi huko Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia na Kenya ni nchi ziliko na uhusiano mwema, na vile vile ni kwamba ikiwa kuna jambo lolote ambalo haliwezi tekelezeka wakati kama kampuni kama hiyo imekataa, wako na ubalozi, wako na serikali ya Saudia, na serikali yetu pia kunaweza kuwa na mazungumzo ya kuona kwamba yule aliyekuwa amefanya kazi kule na ni Mkenya halisi alipe malipo yake. Ni jambo la aibu kuona hivi sasa yule Abdallah Ghazal ambaye hapo zamani alikuwa mchezaji mzuri sana wa mpira, alienda akacheza huko, alichezea hapa, akachezea Kenya, na hatimaye akachukuliwa kwenda huko, lakini alipofika huko akapata kazi zingine pia, na ndio amekuwa akifanya kwa miaka hiyo 30 amefanya, hajapata malipo. Na mimi naunga taarifa hii kwa sababu litakuwa jambo la kusikitisha, Bwana Spika, kuona Mkenya amefanya kazi katika kampuni nje ya Kenya na ameipatia ile kampuni sifa, na hatimaye ameweza kustaafu na amekatazwa kulipa malipo yake. Ameweza kuyafata, ameenda paka kotini, na kotini ameweza kushinda koti ya kwanza, na akashinda pia koti ya rufaa, na akashinda koti nyingine ya juu zaidi ilipokuwa imewekwa, na hatimaye alipokuwa akiendelea kungoja malipo amefurushwa kutoka huko Saudia kwa hali ya kinyama, hali ya kumfanya kama ambaye si mtu ambaye aliishi nao kwa muda wa miaka yote hiyo 30. Kwa hiyo sisi tunasema kwamba ingekuwa bora serikali ya Kenya kupitia ubalozi, kupitia uwezo wake, kupitia uhusiano mwema ulioko katika baina ya serikali ya Kenya na serikali ya Saudia, kuona ya kwamba Mohamed Ghazal malipo yake yametekelezwa vilivyo. Na kama itakwenda katika kamati, ingekuwa vizuri kamati yetu pia kuchukua hatua hiyo, hata ikiwezekana pia kamati yetu. Taarifa ya pili, Bwana Spika, ambao nataka kuunga mkono ni taarifa ya dadangu, dada yetu Hamida Kibwana. Hamida Kibwana, yeye huwa analeta sana taarifa kama hizi ambazo zinahusikana na sisi kama Wakenya na afya zetu. Hususan ukiangalia ameleta bili za kuweza kueleweka kiafya. Katika bili hii ambao anasema kwamba kama mama akienda kujifungua, baada ya kujifungua anatakana kuona ya kwamba anapata chakula chema. Ningepatiwa kama dakika kidogo bwana Spika, kidogo tu kama 2.
1 minute to wind up.
Bwana Spika,